Today, Amy and I are heading to Palm Springs to go to Desert X, which is like an art adventure scavenger hunt scattered all over the valley. There's 18 pieces. We're gonna see how many we can find in about a half day exploring. Let's do it. Desert X is an art event in the Coachella Valley that runs from February 9th to April 21st. It happens every 2 years, and I attended in 2017 when they had the super popular Mirror House, so I was excited to see what they had in store for us this year. Amy and I set out at 8 a.m. and headed to our first exhibit. We are at our first exhibit for Desert X, Sterling Ruby, and it's pretty windy, so we're hiding back here. I'm not going to try to explain to you what any of these exhibits are, as I'm not really sure myself, but this one was one of my favorites as the big orange monolith looked really cool with the mountains behind it.
Let's get out of here!
Normally from here you'd go right into Palm Springs, but the roads were damaged from the rain, so we couldn't get in. I went back out and saw the two we missed on a different day. I'm glad I did, because right next to the Palm Springs sign was one of my favorite pieces from this year, Western Flag. This screen showcases the world's first major oil site in Texas, and it's really interesting to see with the mountains behind it as well. From there I headed to Genotry Trail, where another of the exhibits takes over the billboards on the way to the freeway. This ends the exhibits I missed with Amy, so now back to our trip where we head out to the Salton Sea and stop at TKB Bakery. TKB Bakery, best lunch spot in the desert. After lunch, we stopped at one of the 3 hubs to grab a map and look at the art pieces inside the building.
Got our map? Let's go check out the sites.
Right outside the hub in Indio is Wormhole, which features 6 different displays throughout the valley that take over empty storefronts. We only made it to 2 of the 6 of these. 45 minutes later, and a few hours after we started, we finally made it to the outlying exhibits in the Salton Sea area.
This installation is called Halter.
This exhibit used an old abandoned Salton Sea gas station.
These are the signs you're looking for to help you know where the art is.
For the next exhibit, we headed to the North Shore Beach and Yacht Club.
This installation is called Mosquito Net.
I'm not even sure what to say about this one, but it was certainly unique. From there we headed over to the Salton Sea State Recreation Area, and you do need to pay to enter the park if you want to see this one. There are 2 exhibits here. One's a boat that's out in the water, and another is an augmented reality app that you download on your phone.
If you happen to be here when it's open, you must stop at the International Banana Museum. This place is bananas.
Of course, this isn't part of Desert X, but it's still an awesome spot nonetheless.
Next up, Point of View.
Point of View was my favorite of the Salton Sea installations, as it featured concrete staircases installed in the landscape, and it gave you great views of the Salton Sea.
This one gives you an awesome perspective.
From there, we started the 1-hour drive back to the Palm Desert area for our next installation. I think this exhibit might have included a movie or something, but the art piece part of it was in the back lawn.
If you come to see this installation, make sure you check out the whole gardens here at Sunnylands. It's awesome. Our next installation, Dive In.
This is quickly becoming one of the most popular installations on Instagram, and it is pretty cool as the pink contrasts really well with the surrounding landscape. This next one is also pretty popular, and it was a little bit hard to find the first time we went there.
This one is one of my favorites, Lover's Rainbow.
This installation is actually situated in two places, one here in California and the other identical one in Baja, Mexico. I wish we would have had time to drive to the Mexico one for this video as well.
Ghost palm.
Ghost palm is an artistic representation of a fan palm, and it was pretty cool to see blowing around in the wind.
This installation is the Going Nowhere Pavilion.
This was our last installation that we got to right when the sun was going down. We did miss a few of the exhibits, but we saw most of them, and here's a few tips if you want to check out the art pieces yourself.
It's super cold and windy out there, so we're inside the car to give you 3 tips on how to see Desert X. Tip number 1, make sure you download the Desert X app so that you can get all the information about the art and the exact directions to each spot. Tip number 2, stop at one of the 3 hubs to pick up a physical map or to buy any Desert X related merch. Tip number 3, plan at least a half to a full day to see everything. Thanks so much for exploring Desert X with Josh and I. If you want more information, check out CaliforniaThroughMyLens.com. We'll see you guys next week.